Hello and welcome to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 20th of July and this time I'm bringing you something a little bit different. As basically I want to have a little bit of a discussion. I want to start a little bit of a mini series, if you will. Because basically I've been wanting to do a video for a while on the whole topic of women in video games thing. I wanted to do it when the whole Ubisoft thing was going on, and that want has not gone away, but it's such a large and complex topic. I thought, right, okay, I can't just do one video, I need to discuss it from each side, I need to look at each point of view, I need to examine it thoroughly because it is such a large and complex topic. Now, what has spurred this on is some comments from the Last of Us voice actors Ashley Johnson and Troy Baker, who have basically each offered a different side of the coin, and I thought this is a good starting point, this is a good springboard to get into the discussion. Now, Ashley, who of course played Ellie in The Last of Us, have made some comments regarding Assassin's Creed Unity's male-only cast in the co-op, and basically criticised Ubisoft for the lack of females in the game. And she said, quote, "When I saw the gameplay and in their multiplayer you do not have the option to play as a female, I was like, give me a fucking break. It's 2014. How many video games do you have to make to realise maybe you have an option to have a female in there?" But, as I said earlier, Troy offered a little bit of a differing opinion, as he basically cautioned that if all this controversy means that video games now include that obligatory female character, it will risk tokenising them and making the situation worse. And he said as well to a video gamer, quote, "I think that's almost even more disrespectful than not having women in the game." Now, I'm very much on the Ubisoft of just being a little bit lazy here camp, to be honest with you. Now, if they didn't want to include women, a female or whatever, as the main character in their single player, that's absolutely fine. That's their vision. They can pick whatever gender, sexual orientation or whatever that they want for their main character. That's fine, that doesn't bother me. Sure, it would be nice to have a female main character, especially given the setting of the French Revolution, but if that's their vision, then cool. But the lack of females in the co-op, there is no excuse, and their lame quote-unquote reason of, oh, it's too much work, to be honest, just made things worse. They were just kind of like, oh, that's a nice fire you've got going there. I wonder if I could put it out with this petrol I've got here. That's pretty much how I see that situation. So I'm very much on Ashley's camp here, but Troy does have a point. We don't want the obligatory token two-dimensional female character just thrown in just to appease the internet and make sure there's not a load of controversy surrounding this particular title. Let's just call it Game X, just for the sake of, well, convenience more than anything. We don't want that. No one wants that. I don't want that. You don't want that. No one is asking for that. To be honest, I think male, female, whatever, is sick of seeing two-dimensional characters just thrown in for the sake of it. And now this does happen with men from time to time, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of two-dimensional male characters, but it seems to be more prevalent with females, that the few females that you have in games aren't very well fleshed out because they were just kind of just thrown in just for the sake of, hey look, there's a woman in this game, guys. That's not what we want. If you want to have a female in your game, cool, excellent. But make sure that you basically do that from the start. Before you've even come up with a proper name for your game, you think, right, okay, what story do we want to tell? And then you think, okay, we want to have this woman called Daisy in your game. Then cool, build Daisy up from the beginning. Don't throw her in at the last minute, because even if it was a man that you threw in at the last minute, you're not going to have the time to characterize her as well as you have the other characters, and she's going to, or she, he, whatever, is going to just fall flat. And that's a problem that we see a lot with females in games. You know, one of the best female characters to come out in recent times is probably Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider reboot. She was very much rebuilt from the ground up and is actually one of the best female characters we've had in a long, long time. And of course, Ellie from The Last of Us was as well. And she gets double points for being basically a child in a video game that isn't annoying as hell. So she, Naughty Dog did a doubly amazing job there. But you see where I'm going with this, guys. No one wants a token character, but I think what this controversy should do is make developers think a little bit more about diversity. That's all we really want. If they really want a male character, then cool, that's not a problem. But there's always, the male character is pretty much the choice a lot of the time, which is fine, as I said. But it would be nice if occasionally they thought, let's mix things up. This time we want a female as the main character. What story can we tell? Who is this person? Blah, 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 blah. That's how you do it. That's how you make any good character. You design it from the ground up. You don't say, right, okay, last minute, okay, she's got tits, basically. So it's definitely a complex topic. I could literally ramble on about this for ages, but I think one of the best ways to do this would be, I think this is going to be my next video in this little mini series of mine, is looking at good female characters versus bad female characters in recent years, and basically what makes them good, what makes them bad. I've done videos like this in the past, but not so specific. It's more been like the best characters generally. I haven't done it for a very long time, but I think that's the best way, because then we can truly examine where female characters go wrong and where they go right, and basically what we can learn not only from that but also from, well, the characters that have been successful in general, because, you know, gender is a very important part of who you are, so you have to build it from the ground up. So no token characters please, but more females would be nice. And to be honest with you, Ubisoft, you not having female option in your co-op just comes across as lazy. I'm going to be completely honest with you. You know, I know it's a lot. I know it's work to add it in. You've said that, but you're a AAA multi-million-dollar developer, so get over it, basically. Anyway, guys, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.